Hi everybody, welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Bunny and Taz next door, and thank you for staying with us. We had a bit of technical difficulties to start the show, but we're here now and we're really excited to show you our brand new Craft to Select. We've got the Ornate egg die set. This is absolutely exquisite. It is so detailed. You get so much in here as well. You've got those lovely daffodils. You've got lots of foliage in there as well. You've got Happy Easter with the map, but then you've got that main focal point, which is that egg. It almost looks like one of those really posh Fabergé eggs. It's absolutely stunning. So we're going to show you the board so you can see exactly what that's going to look like. So you can see that these are all the dies that you're going to get. You can see you've got your mats and layers there, so brilliant to build up your card shapes with these. You've got your Happy Easter with the mat, and you've got your florals, your foliage, all there to build up beautiful scenes with this. But look at what these look like when you cut them out in the vignettes. They look absolutely stunning. Look at the detail that you get in here. They are stunning. I love this. You just want to touch it. It's got so much texture in these. Right, we're going to show you some of the samples that the design team have made. So I'm going to grab a couple because we've got them here. So I'm going to put this one here so you can look at it while I grab some other ones, because they are absolutely stunning and you can see how they've been used in so many different ways as well. So this one, I'm going to try and just flip it because this is a shaker card. So you can see bringing in acetate on there. So using the layers to make that aperture and popping the egg in there looks absolutely stunning. And then just adding a little bit of floral there with Happy Easter. Absolutely really lovely. And then using it as your card base. How pretty is that? It's absolutely beautiful. I love the colorways in here as well. Really pastel spring colors. Look absolutely beautiful. And then look at this one. So I've just been told 35% of this has gone already. Look at him there. So you could pop your little animals in there, would look absolutely stunning. You could even cut the base off as well. So if you wanted to use it just the egg without the stand, you could do that. But so pretty, bringing in the sentiment there, adding in your florals on the top and the bottom. And then we've got another one here. Look at this. So I'm gonna close this, and then how pretty is that? Absolutely stunning. You could pop a little gift in there as well, maybe like an Easter gift or something like that. You could do things like that with it as well. It'd be great for decorating like gift bags and things for Easter as well. I reckon, Bunny's just said, do you think you could fit a gift card? I reckon you could, you know, fit a gift card in there. But you could see using the actual die itself. So multiple cut this. So we've got two. So you've got two die cuts on each side to give it the stability to be the card. And then you've got that there. And then we've got one more. No, I think you're going to have to come out for this one. Ready? Look at that. How pretty is that? With all those eggs in there as well. Yeah, screams Easter. It makes me want chocolate, to be fair. I want some chocolate eggs. Oh, Sharon has messaged us saying that she's already ordered hers this morning. But it is such a stunning collection. We're going to jump straight into a demo because I know we're a bit late on this show. So we're going to jump straight in. So to start off with, I've cut out the outside mat of the egg shape and I've cut the second mat in. So I've got my mat and layer there to start building my card shape. So just some white cardstock, and then I've gone in with some of our perfect papers. And this ornate egg lends itself to so many of our perfect papers with those pastel colours in there. It just works with so many colours, and because it's almost gold and cream, when you look at it, you've got golds in there, and then it's almost like an off-white colour. You can put any colour with this and it'll work perfectly. So we're going to pop that there. Right, so the next thing we've done is we've cut out another base, so in that white cardstock, and we've scored on the top and scored in the middle. So just run that through your die cutting machine, and then you're going to do 2 scores with this. Pop some glue on there, and then this is going to sit on the top of there like that. So we're making like an aperture, an easel card even. So that's going to go there. Then you do exactly the same thing again. So you've got your white egg and then the perfect papers again. So I'm just going to move that there so that glue has a minute to set. So exactly the same thing now. We're going to pop this onto that mat. So that is going to fit on there like that. It looks so lovely, doesn't it? You could do these with like children and stuff, and then they could decorate their own egg. So you could cut these out and then they could decorate their own eggs. And because you've got that stand on it as well, you don't need to have that stand. You could pop that stand out depending on what you wanted to do with it. Or if you wanted to build it up and maybe have like 2 or 3 eggs on there, you could even cut that down so you've just got egg, or you could have it as a stand, or you could cut that off and have it as a bowl. Like that. Is that what you mean? So hang on, right, so Bunny is telling me if you cut these, them bits, so if you cut these, so if you follow those cut lines, and then it'll fall towards you. Oh, so it'll fall like that. Oh, did not know that. So you can make a very realistic Fabergé egg. Right. Oh, we've just had a message from Pauline who's ordered as well. This is good. Do you know what? You're going to have so much fun with these though. And it's nice to have something for Easter cards that's not aimed towards children. Does that make sense? It's like if I was making an Easter card for my friends, I'd instantly go to this. It's like something different. So I'm just going to pop some glue onto this. So just going along there, and then this is going to sit on that mat there. So we've got your perfect mat layers in the die set, so don't have to worry about that. And that's going to sit on there, and that looks stunning, just like that. Absolutely, really, really pretty. And that's going to sit up, so that's going to stand up like that on our card. So we're going to go in now and decorate it. So, and I'm going to do this bottom bit first to try and give it a bit of time to set. So what I've done is cut out the Happy Easter, because you've got the vignettes for that as well. So you've got lovely shading in there. Again, it's like that off-white colour like that with the shading in. And then I've cut out 2 of the mats because I want that to be the stop for the card. So I need it to be quite strong. So I've cut out 2 in the same perfect paper as the matte layers. So that's going to help support the sentiment and support that stop. And that is going to go there like that. And then we're going to pop down the Happy Easter. So this is just going to sit on there like that. It's a nice size sentiment as well. Like, it's not too big that it takes away from the egg, but it's big enough that you notice it, and it's big enough to be used like on one of the samples that we showed you where it was just at the front. It still looked absolutely stunning like that on its own. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's going to go on there like that, and then I'm going to pop some foam under here. Could have sworn I had one open. Right, let's pop. Stuck to me. Right, so I'm gonna put 2 layers of foam on this because I want it to be quite higher, because I want it to make sure that it does support the top bit. So I'm just going to put another layer on there, like that. And then we're going to pop this over there. So we'll pop that there. And then we've got our florals here. Now you can decoupage these up. So if I grab one, I know I've already done one. So you get them like that. They come in a set of 3. And then you've got the individual elements. You can see there that you can decoupage these up, which look absolutely beautiful. But don't be afraid to use them on their own as well, because you've got foliage in there as well. So you can really kind of make your own display with these, which is what I'm going to do now. So if I just put a little bit of glue on there. Oh, Susanna's message saying hello to everybody. Hi, Suzanne. And then I'm just going to lift that up. That's going to just go under there like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Let me grab my... So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue under these leaves. That's going to go there like that. And then we've got, so these are your decoupage florals that you'd use to go in and add as your decoupage. But I'm going to just pop these under my sentiment to bring those florals along. Pop one there. There. Oh, it can't be an anniversary. I bet you there's probably an anniversary that it is, you know, like there's certain anniversaries you get paper. Or it could be new baby. Could be, couldn't it? Yeah, and I think if you cut that top bit off as well, you could use it for... Oh, yeah, you could cut it like that and it would look like a really fancy crib. So it could be like a baby cat. I'm going a bit thing now. Right, let's decorate the top bit now. So we're going to do the exact same thing. On here we're going to go in and we're going to decorate all this top bit here. So yeah, and this one, this flourish, you'll use, think of all those florals you've got at home already that you can use that with. It's one of those that you'll use in so many different collections. That's going to pop there. Are these snowdrops? Oh, do you know what? I bet they are lily of the valley because these are daffodils. So you've got daffodils and lily of the valley. I should know that really, shouldn't I? So you've got leaves there as well that you can pop in. And we're going to keep bringing this down. So I'm just following the design of the egg. We're going to bring that down there. I'm going to add some more florals in, some more of these daffodils. So have that there like that. So you can twist them. Got our foliage here. That's gonna go under there like that, and then we're gonna add in another one here. Now you can go in and you can add your decoupage up onto these as well, so you could add so much depth and dimension onto these. And don't be afraid either, like I said, of grabbing those decoupage bits and adding some more in. So if you want to like bring the design up more, you know, add it in there, or don't be afraid to go in and change the design. But we'll pop that one on there just to bring some more into that. And then if I lift that up, so you've got that there, so you can see that's using everything in the collection. I haven't brought anything. The only thing I've brought in is the perfect papers. Everything is in that set. So your Ornate egg die set, everything is from there. You've got your card bases there with the matte layers. You've got those florals in there, which are absolutely stunning. You've got obviously the main part of that, which is the Ornate egg, which is just, there's so much snippability in that as well. When you look at it, you can think of so many different ways that you could actually use that and bring it together with other collections as well. And think of other florals and things that you've got that you could bring in to this as well. Are we doing samples? Right, let's have a look. How cute does he look behind there? But you can see, again, if we took the chick away, everything is from the set. You've got your matte and layer die there. You've got the Ornate egg there, which is just absolutely stunning. And again, so many different ways that you could use that and bring those in. Do you know, like that, if you covered this bit with flowers, and if you didn't see that bit, it kind of makes me think of like a greenhouse. I could imagine like you could use it for other things like that. You could have, don't, you know, put acetate on it, use it in different ways as well. Oh, that's a nice idea, fill it with flowers. Or you could cut that bit off and then fill it up so it's like a vase with your bouquet on. There's just so many different ways that you can look at them. You know, even just using them as a card base, as the card itself. And that looks absolutely stunning. But when you break it down, you've got your matte, so you've die cut your matte out. Then your inner layer, you've die cut that out. You're going to die cut out the Ornate egg with your vignettes, and then you've popped 2 of the florals on there and the sentiment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 6 dies. That's all that is that's not everything that's in the set either, but that's 6 runs through your die cutting machine, and you have got that stunning card. They could be nameplates. If you're having your family over for Easter, can you imagine how fancy that would look with your, like the name? You could have your name on there, so you could have them as name setting. Oh, Bunny's just said you could use them as wedding invitation. That's a really nice idea. So you've got Happy Easter there with those florals, and then whoop, look at that. So you could have that there. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Ornate egg is absolutely stunning. But don't forget, you've got those florals there as well. So you could use them all year round. We've got our shaker card. I love shaker cards, but I always find it so hard to show shaker cards when you're on air. It's like, look. And look, bringing in your animals, bring in those dies that you've got, but absolutely stunning. You've popped the matte layers there in to make it into an aperture. Oh my gosh, yes! Jenny's just messaged saying it might work as a 90s, 60s chair. Now, Bunny has no clue what you're on about, and I do. Oh, you can't search, can you, while you're on there? Can you search? Yeah, have a search. It's an egg chair. Egg chair. Yeah, just put an egg chair. She's having a look. She has no idea. All I'm hearing is I don't know. I don't know. Oh, apparently it's called a swivel pod chair now. You could use it like that. Look, so this one has been used with the Ornate egg. Cut twice for the front, twice for the back to give it that stability. For that to actually be the card base on its own, which again just looks so exquisite. It looks so detailed. Do you know what I've just thought as well? You could, I don't know how exactly I do it. I'd have to have a look at what type of, but it almost looks like the top of like a fancy wedding carriage, you know, like a horse and cart. Like if I took that bit away, so if you imagine there was wheels there, it looks like a fancy cart. Right. Oh, she can see that one. Right, last one we've got, which looks so pretty, just like that with those daffodils and Happy Easter. But then you open it up and look at that. You got the Easter bunny with the daffodils there. It's like a really whimsical scene, isn't it? Like really magical, really, really pretty. And then we've got that there on the front. Right, let's get another card done. So, 40% of the stock has now gone. I'm not surprised with this one though. I think it's so pretty. And I think when you look at it, there's so many ways that you can use it away from being an egg as well. Right, I've got my card base and I've gone in with my perfect papers. Now that is going to sit on there like so. So I've just got that lovely frame going around the edge. And then I've got my matte layer here, the egg. So I've got it in cream and then I've got it in the same green, which is just going to sit on there. So it's just going to frame our egg. Now this is just going to go on there like that. And then I'm just going to pop some foam on the back of here to raise this up a bit, just to bring it off the back of our card. So this is going to go on there like that. Let's pull these off. And then I've already cut my egg out. I'm a bit worried about the time now, but I was going to cut. Are we okay? Right, let's cut, because I was supposed to stick that there. Let's see if I can pull it off. If not, it's fine. Oh, it's coming off. It's fine. Do you know what? That's a good thing about having perfect papers, because they're smooth. You can, if you make a mistake, you can just pull it off. Yep. Right, so I'm going to cut out the egg so we can see what that looks like, because I'm very aware that we get new crafters joining us all the time who maybe haven't seen the vignettes before. So if you're buying the Ornate egg, you're going to go to the website and you'll have the free downloads there to download. So you're going to go over to the website. When you add this to your basket, add in the free download of this as well, which gives you the vignettes. Now the vignettes you're going to print off on ProPrint paper, and when you print them off, you're going to get these printouts. I should have got an egg, yeah. And you'll get 2 of each one. So you'll see one will look like this, and one's going to have this line going down the center. So the one with the line down the center, you're going to score on that line and fold it in half, and that's what gives you the mirrored vignette. So when you cut these out, you've got the artwork on both sides. So that's how you'll end up with the artwork like that. So you glue them, run them through, and then you're going to die cut. So I'll do this one quickly so that we can see. Just grab my die that doesn't want to come out the packer. Really did not want to come out the packer. Right, so you've got your printout, you've printed them out, you're ready to cut. So you grab your die and you're going to pop that onto your image, and this is the same for everyone, and then you'll see you've got that shading that goes around and it almost frames your die. So you've got almost like a perfect layer around that die. So you just place the die down until you've got that even all around the image, and then pop some tape to hold that in place. So once you've done that, run that through your machine. So just pop that through, and then that's going to run through and die cut out for us. And you've got that bleed line there, so that when that die goes in, even if it moves ever so slightly off, even with the tape, because of the pressure of the rollers going through, it can sometimes push the die a little bit. Even if it does move, you're not going to get that harsh white line. So even if it does go off, you're still going to be able to use it, which is perfect. And then we're going to pop this out. Pull your tape off there, and then this will just pop out like that. So you've got that perfect image die cut perfectly. And I've cut the one out now that that isn't mirrored, and you can see, let me see if I've got something dark. So you can see, because if I turn it round, that's just in white, but look at all the detail that you get in those dies. There you go, look at all the detail. So even if you want to go in and colour these in yourself, you can absolutely do that, because you've got so much, look at all the detail. The dies do all of the work for you, but obviously you do have the vignette. So even when you print it out, look at that. Honestly, you almost want to touch them. They look as if they're like padded, don't they? Absolutely stunning. So you've got that there ready to go. So let's do our card. Right, let me just move this. I'll just leave that there. Right, so we've got our card, and now we've got our egg. And what I'm going to do is, I may as well just use this one that I've done. I've got a little sheet of vellum, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this on there like that. Okay, so let's pop some glue on there. I'm not just going around the edge, and then we're going to stick that on there like so. So that's on there, and then what I'm going to do is really quickly now just tuck your scissors slightly under, so you're not going to get any line because your scissors are under. And then you don't have to be fussy, you don't have to follow the pattern. Really quickly, just go under the die and go around it. So you're going to get that effect then with the vellum, of like that, almost like a frosted glass type of look. But you're not doing anything complicated at all. That took seconds. And then now, if I pop that on there, you've got that lovely fade in then in there with that. So I'm going to use some pin flare, and I'm going to pop this down with pin flare. Now if I was doing this at home, I would leave this vellum dry before doing this, but obviously for speed we're going to just go for it. Now that's going to go on there like that, and I've used vellum because we're going to go to town on this card. This is going to be full. So we're going to go in with all of those stunning flowers, so those daffodils and the foliage, everything we get on here. We're going to build our flowers now to go around our egg. So I'm just going to go in with some foliage to start off with, and I'm going to tuck that there like that, and we're going to add in our lily of the valley. To be fair, Bunny, it sounded quite good. It wasn't the worst. Well, Bunny's just tried saying lily of the valley in a Welsh accent, but she said that she didn't mean to. But it wasn't the worst one I've heard, honestly. You should do Taz's. Right, that's going to go there. So just bringing those in, and because I've used pin flare under here as well, I can tuck them in. I don't have to keep adding the pin flare to them. I can just tuck them in as well. So I'm going to tuck some under. So Bunny's just said that these work really well because you can add them in so many different directions. And the lovely thing with these as well, if you are somebody that you don't like colouring in, or you find it hard to colour in, these would actually be lovely to go in and add a bit of colour to, because the vignettes are white. You could easily go in and add a bit of your own colourways to these as well to change the colour. Or equally, if you just wanted to go in with a yellow pen and add a bit of yellow to them, you could absolutely do that. Oh, Sharon's messaged us to say morning, and she has already ordered hers. It's stunning though, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. That's going to go under there like that. And then we're going to bring in, so before I start doing that, I've got my sentiment. So I've got my sentiment here in that same cream that we cut out there in the Perfect Papers. And then I've got the Happy Easter cut out in the vignette. So I'm just going to pop some glue onto that, and that's going to stick on there like that. And that is going to sit there like that, and then we're going to go in and add some more of our florals. So building this now to come around and down under there. So now, because I've already popped pin flare under the sentiment, I can just put a little bit on the back of these and pick that up and just I want to place them there, because I've got that sentiment there. I know where I want those florals to go around it, so it's just easier to have that there, and you know you've got almost that focal point of where you're coming from, so where you want them to go. And then pop some more under here. But they are absolutely beautiful. Daffodils for me, I know when I start seeing daffodils, I know it's spring. Because by me, I will have daffodils everywhere. Every roundabout, every patch of grass has daffodils on it in spring. So as soon as I start seeing daffodils, I'm like, oh, it's coming, the sun is coming. It does feel like winter's been really long and really cold, and We just want some sunshine, don't we? And some flowers and some colour, and yeah, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for summer. So add in one more there just to fill that gap. And we've got, oh, how stunning is that? And look at the dimension you can get on there as well. It's so pretty. And you know, think of adding other things into there as well. So add in your vellum, add your acetate in there if you want to use it like windows. There's so many different ways that you can use these, but oh, they're just so lovely. Right, we're going to have one more look at the Ornate egg. This is the die set that you were going to get. So that's everything that you will get in this set. Your florals, you've got the matte layer there for the Ornate egg with all of your foliage there. So you've got those daffodils, the lily of the valley, and your foliage in there, all ready for you with a Happy Easter as well. But look at it at different ways as well. It's not, you're not going to use this just for Easter. You can cut into these and use them in so many different ways. Right, we're going to try and do one more demo because we did come on late. So we're going to keep going and we're going to get our 3 demos in for you guys at home. So we've got our card base, and again I'm going in with our perfect paper. So I've got this lovely green, and we're going to pop, I'm going to pop this down on there, and that is going to go there like that. Now I've got this one, and do we do that flat? No. Right, we're going to pop some foam on the back of here just to raise this one up. So the mat of the egg, this is the second layer in, so I've cut that out to give me that aperture effect with the egg. So if you wanted to do a shaker card, this is how you would do it, and then you're going to use, because you've got those 2 layers there, which is perfect. It'd be really, you know, Carnation do think about it, because if you only had 1 layer, you couldn't do, there's certain things you wouldn't be able to do unless you had the 2. So the fact that you've got the 2 layers there means that you can do so much more with it. So just pop some foam on there. Oh, you could turn it into a bauble. You could turn it into a Christmas bauble. If you cut that, actually, hang on. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Wait. So if we cut that off, you could put, oh my gosh, you know what you could do? You could cut it, you could put 2 like that. You could even put like a little picture in there, and then it could be like hanging on a tree. Or you could even have it hang it that way as well. We're kind of going off on a tangent now. You could though, you could even use it like that. Mix it up. Oh, you could use it in like scrapbooking or journaling if you make memory books, and pop a picture in there of like, you know, like the baby's first like Easter egg hunt, or meeting like the Easter rabbit or something like that. That would be cute. Right, that is going to pop on there like that. So I've got that depth there now ready, and then this is going to sit in there. And because I've cut the cream card with the outside mat, and then I've cut it again with the smaller one, I've still got that frame on the inside where the green is going to come out, because this is the smaller mat. So that's exactly what I mean of, if I only had 1 mat on the egg, I wouldn't be able to do this, because I wouldn't have the 2 different sizes to fit in there. So that's going to fit on there like that. So I've got my frame on the outside and on the inside of this, which just looks really different. It just draws your eye in straight away. Then get my egg, and then this is going to sit in there like that. So I'm just going to use some thin flare for speed for this. And then pop this in there. So we could pop that in the center, just put some up there. And then that is gonna go there like that. So you've got that dimension there in the center straight away. Let's move that. You could put pots on top of that. Doesn't it look like a fancy pot? Like the legs of a pot. Anything on it, couldn't it? Right, so we've got that there. And then we're going to go in and we're going to decorate this. I'm going to put the Happy Easter in first. So let's just pop a little bit more glue on here. So oh, so Bunny's just told me that we've got 45% of the stock is now gone. It is on a show price as well for today, so don't miss out on that special price, $27.99. It will go back up to $34.99 at midnight tonight. That is going to go there. And then we're going to add our daffodils. Every time I say daffodils, I want to start breaking into song. Because when I was in school, I'm going back a bit, there was a daffodil song. Do you know, like in assemblies? Did you have assembly in school? Yeah, so in like assemblies and stuff, there was a daffodil song that we would have to sing. Like, I'm going back when I was a kid. Well, yeah, like in springtime. So every time I say daffodil now, like that song just comes to my head. I promise you, I wouldn't do that to you. I would not. Make your ears bleed. Yeah, there's a lot of, and I think a lot of people use Easter as well as like, it's like a new start, isn't it? It's like a fresh start. They do it, you know, they start new hobbies, things like that as well. There's just something really, there's something fresh about it as well. Like I think we all do like a, you know, spring clean and things like that as well. It's just like, there's just something really, refreshing and new about it that you can just go in and be like, oh right, let's just wipe the slate and just, yeah. But now we're going to add, oh, Audrey's messaging saying another sensation from Carnation. She loves it. It is absolutely stunning, isn't it? I'm so glad you like it. And I just think it's so versatile as well. So Jenny's messaging asking, do we have a new camera woman? Yes, we do. Well, we have Bunny producing the show. So Taz is still there. But Bunny, is Taz even with you? No. No? Oh, no, Taz is not. She's off having a cup of coffee. So we have Bunny producing today's show, which is really exciting. And Bunny actually helps to design the dies you design, Bunny, isn't it? The dies themselves. So if you do ever want to ask any questions, or if you want to get any requests in for dies that you might like, because Bunny works alongside Nick designing these dies. So if you're sat at home, thinking, do you know what die I would really love to get? Now is your time. Message Bunny now and inundate her with with requests of what you would like, because she would absolutely love to hear what you would all want. So just tuck those in, and then you can just keep going with these, and you can add in so much dimension. I'm just going to add a little bit of the foliage behind you just to add some green into that. Let's tuck that in there. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to add some of these decoupage bits on. Get some dimension in there. So you can really go in and build these up. And then, let's have a look, I need a little one. Right, go in with these as well and add, just add another one behind there like that. But this is what I love, that you can really go in, even though that's how they're going to come to you. And because they're like that, they don't really have, they can go anyway. You could have them in a corner. You can use them like this to go around the egg. You could make a wreath with these. There's so many ways that you can use them. And then I'm just going to add, that needs something else. I'm going to add another one behind there. And then this is the habit of going, right, walk away, stop, you're done. When's enough enough? Yeah. Go away, leave it alone. And then we've got our card there like that. So you could even bring in other things as well. So go in, you could, all this gold bit, if you could use foil on those and make it look like metal, or go in with your embossing powders or your gilding flakes, things like that as well. And these little elements, go in with drops, add little gems into those as well, and they're going to look stunning. And you could do it on that bit as well. So I know you've covered that bit, but on this bit, go in with gems on the little corner bits. That would look so pretty. You look really, really lovely. That's probably the most expensive looking egg that I've seen. But it is, everything is from the Ornate egg die set. You've got everything that I've showed you. Everything I've used is in that set. You've got the master layers there for the egg. You've got all of your foliage. You've got your daffodils. You've got your lily of the valley in there as well. So you've got absolutely everything in there to make the most stunning cards there. Now, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we've run over a bit, but we were late starting today's show. We are going to be back at 12. I always have to check myself. We're doing Spring Forward at 12, and then we will be back at 2 with everything together. We're going to make it all, we're going to mix and match everything up. So come back, go off, grab a cup of tea, get a cup of toast, a piece of toast, and join. I always do that. I always make sayings up. But anyway, grab a cuppa and come back